Hi, this is Brett from SRmoto.com. Just wanted to give a quick update on our 2013 Honda CRF250L project bike. It's been a while since we did a video with some of the updates we've done. All of the information on this bike can be found at our blog website, which is SRmoto.com. If you go there, click on the project bikes link and then go down to the Honda CRF250L, you can see all the parts and accessories that we've installed on this particular bike. All the parts that I talk about in this video are also available in our online store, which you can get to via that SRmoto.com site, or you can go directly to the store website, which is soloracer.com/dualsportparts.html. Start off with the performance modifications we've done to the bike. We're running our FMF Q4 performance package. Part of that package is the FMF Q4 muffler that you see here. As far as the header goes, you have two different options to choose from with this performance package. You can get either the FMF Power Bomb header or the FMF Mega Bomb header. We're running the Mega Bomb header here. The FMF Mega Bomb is better for low to mid-range power increases. The Power Bomb is better for top-end power. Since this bike's used mostly for trail riding, we figured low to mid-range power is probably what we want, so that's why we're running the Mega Bomb. The FMF stuff's really nice. Fit and finish is nice. Fits the bike perfectly. Really easy to install. Bolts right onto the bike without any issues. Another part of the performance package you can't see in the video here, but we're running the EJK EFI fuel controller. It's the electronic fuel injection controller. That is an optional part to the package, but it's highly recommended. That part sort of ties the whole thing together, changes the fuel mapping to help take advantage of the performance exhaust system. It's going to make the bike run much better. Some people will, try to save some money and not install any type of fuel injection controller. That is kind of the equivalent of, with a carbureted bike, if you were to add an exhaust, an intake and everything, and then not rejet your carburetor, the bike's not going to run right. It's kind of the same way. If you don't change the fuel mapping with a fuel injection controller, you're really not going to see any type of performance gains. The bike might not run right. It might backfire, might run hot. So we highly recommend that optional EJK EFI controller. I think it adds $200 to the price of the package. It saves you a little bit money. I think the retail on that part by itself is $225. Again, this is called the FMF Q4 performance package. Let's see, what else? I'll talk about the lighting changes we've made on the bike with the tail light and the turn signals. We got rid of the stock turn signal and tail light assembly. If you'll remember what that looked like, it's real big and it hangs down real low on the bike. What we've got here is much more small and compact, looks a lot better on the bike. This is the DRC Edge 2 taillight kit, and we've got DRC Type 602 flashers bolted to it. I think in the previous video we had the DRC Edge integrated taillight kit installed, and we've since just changed to this because we wanted to try the new Edge 2 taillight kit out. So we've got, the external LEDs bolted to this. Real nice setup, nice and compact, looks factory. Might be hard to tell in the video here, but this taillight kit, the way they designed it, it tucks up real nice to the black plastic under fender, and everything, fits really well. Easy to install. I don't know if you can see here, but there's a couple different holes on the sides of the taillight bracket. The top holes are for aftermarket LEDs like we've got. That bottom oval shaped hole is if you want to use your stock turn signals, you can bolt those right to this taillight kit. Again, that's the DRC Edge 2 taillight kit with DRC Type 602 flashers. Up front, we're running our Zeta Armor handguard package. And you can, if you can notice here, we've got the ones installed that have the integrated flashers as part of the plastic protector. These you can get with just the regular plastic protector, or you can get it with the turn signals integrated in. I like the ones with the turn signals. Gets rid of the stock turn signals, which used to be bolted there. Integrates everything real nicely into the plastic protector. And basically this armor handguard package is this black aluminum piece that inserts into the bar end and then clamps to the inner part of the handlebar. We're running the stock bars on the bike, so we've got the 7/8 inch size. And you can get them either black like this, or a titanium silver color, or a red, anodized red finish, which would look really good on the Honda because the red matches some of the other red Zeta parts that we sell. And then bolted to the front of the aluminum handguard is the plastic protector, Zeta XC protector. And like I said, we've got the integrated flashers. Kind of show you how that works. They flash just like turn signals. And you'll also notice that ours are also working as running lights. The stock front turn signals on the CRF250Ls do come on as running lights. The rear turn signals do not, just the fronts. We wanted our front LEDs to work just like that. Normally LEDs will not work as running lights, so we had to install a 12 O'Clock Labs running light adapter, and we did that when we were wiring up the front flashers. It's just a part that goes in between the Zeta wires and the factory wires that will make these come on as running lights. I think it makes the bike more visible. Obviously, when you're going down the road, the more lights you have on, the better, I think. So that's kind of why we did it. The other thing you'll notice is these are flashing nice and slow, like the stock turn signals do. Normally LEDs are going to flash about twice as fast as this. If you want them to flash nice and slow like these are, we also sell that 12 O'Clock Labs fixed rate turn signal flasher that will slow down the flash rate of both the front and the rear turn signals. You'll notice that these are flashing slow as well. It's just one part, that fixed rate flasher, that installs. Can't see it here, but it installs up under this black plastic piece behind the radiator shroud. You just unplug the stock fixed rate flasher and plug in the 12 O'Clock Labs piece. You don't have to do any type of wiring or anything. It's just plug and play, and it'll slow that flash rate down. So again, it's the Zeta Armor handguard package with the integrated turn signals, and then the 12 O'Clock Labs fixed rate flasher, and then the 12 O'Clock Labs running light adapter. So that's pretty much it as far as the changes we've made to the lighting on the bike. Kind of talk about some other changes we've made. We're running a seat concept seat kit on this bike. I've had this on the bike for about a year now. And this is the Seat Concept seat kit, which consists of their seat cover and their foam that you would install on your stock seat pan. Seat Concepts has since come out with a complete seat, which also includes the pan. Everything's installed and ready to bolt right onto the bike. So you could either go with the kit like this, which is less money. You would just have to install it on your stock seat pan, or you can go with the complete seat, which bolts right onto the bike in a matter of seconds. And we do sell these on the website. It's under the Seat Concepts Seat Kit and Seat Concepts Complete Seat. We are running the all carbon vinyl material. It's basically a vinyl that has like a carbon fiber weave look to it. It's got a little bit of a gripper texture to it, not much. You can still slide around on the bike if you want to. There's two other cover materials available. You can get a gripper material on the top with the all carbon vinyl on the sides, and that gripper material is pretty grippy, you know, so if you want to be held in place more, that's a good way to go. The other option is the red vinyl sides with the gripper top. So it's got, if you want to add a little bit more red to your bike, you could go with that. It's a red vinyl side, gripper top. And then as far as the seat height goes, they offer two different foam heights. We are running the standard foam height, which is about the same height as the stock seat. The seat height of the CRF250L is fine for me. I'm, you know, about 5'9" with a 32-inch inseam, and the bike is about the perfect height for me, so I didn't need to go with the low version of the seat. But they do make a low foam version, which is about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch lower than this seat is. So if you want to get that seat height down a little bit, that'd be a good way to go. We seem to sell more of the standard foam heights, I think, because this bike in general is a little bit, it's not as tall as some of the bikes out there. Again, that's a Seat Concepts Seat Kit or the Seat Concepts Complete Seat. Talk about the foot pegs we're running on this bike. We've got the ProMoto Billet Fastway Evo Air foot pegs. I think it's probably the best foot peg on the market for these bikes. A couple things I like about these. The first of which, you can adjust the height of the foot peg. There's basically two different heights. I think I'm running the low height right now. You basically flip a spacer in there, which will raise or lower the foot peg height. The other thing you can do is adjust the angle of the foot peg. There's back behind there, there's some spacers you can install, which will adjust the camber angle of the foot peg. So the foot peg has a lot of adjustability to it. Also, the cleats on these are replaceable. They're just threaded in. So if they wear out, you can replace them over time. Just a real nice foot peg. It's called the ProMoto Billet Fastway Evo Air foot pegs, and these have the F3 cleats in them. We're also running a ProMoto Billet cargo rack. Real nice CNC machined cargo rack. It's kind of hard to see it in here. It mounts to the subframe of the bike. It goes through the fender, bolts directly to the subframe, uses the same mounting points as the taillight assembly does, so all that stuff kind of is tied together and it fits real nice. Sits about 1/2 inch up off the fender, and it's about the perfect size. I think it's the perfect size for running these Wolfman tail bags. Fits that rack really nicely. CNC machined aluminum. It's called the ProMoto Billet cargo rack. As far as protection goes, we are running a Flatland Racing skid plate. Which I think is probably the best skid plate available for these bikes. I run the Flatlands on a lot of the bikes we have here. I've got one on our WR250R as well. Real nice, high quality stuff. The fit and finish is really good. The welds are really nice. As you can see, it mounts it's got two holes there that you don't have to do any type of modifications. It bolts right onto the bike. There's two bolts in the front, and then on both sides it clamps to the frame there. And it does have an oil drain plug on the bottom as well. It's a Flatland Racing skid plate. We're also running a Flatland Racing radiator guard, which I think is a must-have on these bikes because the stock radiator is only protected by this plastic shroud. That's not going to really cut it if you were to drop the bike. The Flatland guard bolts to the frame down here, up here, and also back here. So it basically surrounds the whole radiator guard. It's a nice, stiff, sturdy piece of aluminum, flows air really well. Super easy to install, bolts right onto the bike, no modifications required or anything. And that's the Flatland Racing radiator guard. One of the other things I'll talk about real quick, we're running our, what we call our Zeta Red Parts package. We basically combined all of the red parts that Zeta makes for the bike into one package deal. You get the drive cover, sprocket cover there, as well as the red engine plugs. And then you get the red axle blocks in the rear. And then you get the red oil filter cover, as well as the red engine filler plug. All that stuff is available on the website under the Zeta Red Parts package. Okay, what else? We were running different tires on the bike. We installed just recently a Michelin T63 rear tire. Haven't tried this out yet. It's winter here, so I haven't been able to ride it, but I've heard these are pretty good tires. And we're running a 130 by 80 by 18 size here. I think it also comes in the OEM size of 120 80 by 18. I wanted something a little bit wider. It's a Michelin T63. Up front, we're running a Pirelli MT21 in a 90-90-21 size. Forgot to mention, we're also running the Zeta front disc protector on the bike. Wanted to go over some of the luggage we've got on the bike, or not luggage, bags, whatever you want to call them. From the factory, you really can't carry anything around on these bikes to speak of, so these Wolfman bags work really nice. We sell these on the website. They're under the Wolfman motorcycle luggage section. We've got here the Wolfman Enduro tank bag. Fits the bike real nicely. It straps to the frame on both sides, and then it's got straps that run around the front part of the frame here. And if you notice, everything is connected to the bag itself with these quick disconnects. So that way you can unclip the bag and take it off if you ever want to, and leave the straps on the bike, if you want to, without having to, undo everything. And you also notice that there's plenty of room to get to the gas cap with the bag installed, so you don't have to move it or anything every time you fill the bike up. Getting in the bag, all you do is unzip that zipper that runs around the top, and then the lid, the top part, flips open. Real easy to get in and out of the bag. It holds a lot of stuff. It's also got a pocket on the back. It's got a clear mat protector on the top that you can take off if you want. Again, that's the Wolfman Enduro tank bag. In the back, we're running a Wolfman Peak tail bag. And this works really well with the ProMoto Billet cargo rack. It's about the same exact size, sits right on there. 4 straps hold it right to the rack. Nice and sturdy, holds a lot of stuff. Real easy to get in and out of it. It's got a zipper, a real heavy duty zipper that runs around the top of the bag. You just unzip it and flip the top open. It's also got a bungee on the top to carry stuff in if you want to strap some stuff to it. Real nice bag for carrying stuff around on the bike. It's the Wolfman Peak tail bag. In the front, we are running a Wolfman Enduro carry-all number plate bag. And this is one of my favorite bags for these bikes if you just want to carry small items around. I have this same bag on all the Supermoto bikes. It's the only bag that I use on those bikes usually, and it'll hold my cell phone, my wallet, my camera, my keys, it'll hold quite a bit of stuff for a little small bag, and it's mounted, you know, real securely to the number plate area. It's got 2 straps in the front that go to the handlebars, and then the front on both sides in the front, it attaches to the lower triple clamp, and it's held in place. It ain't going anywhere. I use that on all the bikes here. Again, that's the Wolfman Enduro carry-all number plate bag. I'll mention a couple things real quick we're going to be doing to the bike. We have an IMS 3-gallon gas tank we're going to be putting on here shortly, and we're also going to be putting some different handlebars on the bike. Pretty soon we will be running these, or we will be selling these double take dual sport mirrors. Real nice folding mirrors. A lot of dual sport guys run these. Fold them down when you're not using them, put them back up when you need them. Last thing real quick I'll go over, we're going to be adding some Supermoto wheels and tires to the bike. Got a real nice set of SRMo Platinum wheels with the red hubs. The red matches the Zeta Red Parts to a T. It's going to look really cool on the bike. I do a lot of street riding, so I'll use these quite a bit. And we're also running, I believe, Continental Supermoto tires on these. So look for some updates on the website once we get these installed on the bike. I think that's about it. Again, that's our 2013 Honda CRF250L project bike. You can get more details on the bike at our blog website, which is SRmoto.com. And then again, our online store is at soloracer.com/dualsportparts.html. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call or send us an email. And I think that's about it. Again, it's Brett from SRmoto.com. Thanks for watching.